Hey everybody, happy Sunday. This is Karen, founder of Karen's Corner and Team Resplendent, and I'm here to share with you my top tips for Memorial Day weekend. But first, I just want to extend a huge thank you to all who have served our country. I think that more than anything this weekend, more than the eating and the fun and the parties, it's just a time to acknowledge the sacrifices and the courage that was just given by all those men and women who have served. And so just a huge thank you. So in addition to that, you may already have lots of plans for this weekend. I know Monday is an off day for everybody, and so I want to share with you some tips that can help keep you on track with your health and fitness journey while still making sure that you are enjoying your weekend and enjoying the quality time that you have with friends and family. So I'm just going to dive right in. Feel free to share this video with anyone that you think might benefit from it. They're all tips that you might already know. I think a refresher is always helpful for any weekend or any event. So first and foremost, get your workouts in. I think that whether it's an actual workout program that you're doing or going for a walk and staying active, something definitely happens psychologically when we get a workout in and we sweat it out. We are more likely to make better decisions throughout the day because we don't want to undo all the hard work that we just did in our workouts. So make sure that you stay active. This is not the time to skip it. I would definitely prioritize your sweat session, and you will feel so good after, and again, it will more than likely help you stay on track. The second tip, and I'm just going to flow right through these, and if you guys have any questions, this is live, and if you're catching the replay, I can still see your comments. You can always ask more questions. Start off your day with the right breakfast. So in addition to kicking off your day with a sweat session, how you start your nutrition is going to be important as well. So for me, it's Shakeology. It's my brainless meal of the day. I don't have to think twice. I know I'm pumping in 77 clean, natural superfoods first thing in the morning for me and my baby, and I know that I have everything in my body that I need. So I don't have to worry if I'm not getting enough veggies or fruits throughout the day. It's all taken care of, and it curbs junk food cravings and keeps me full longer. So I'm less likely to overdo it and indulge on things later. So, but if you don't have Shakeology, you can make any other protein shake. You can also just make sure you have a well-balanced breakfast. Another favorite go-to of mine is 2 eggs over easy on whole wheat toast with some avocado. Eggs are a great source of protein, and they're going to keep you full for a long time as well. So make sure that you kick off your day with a healthy, well-balanced breakfast. Again, the more that you start your day off right in sweating and in nutrition, you're going to more than likely keep that going throughout the day. Third, drink water. So water is your best friend. Hydration is your best friend. I made this mistake all the time in the beginning of my fitness journey where I would always think I was hungry, but the reality was I was actually thirsty all the time. And because I was dehydrated, I mistook that for food, and I would just eat when I actually wasn't hungry and just keep eating more because my body was looking for water. So stay hydrated. The easiest way for me, because I don't like water, has been to find the right bottles with straws. I think straws, for whatever reason, psychologically help me to drink more. So find what makes sense for you and what's going to work for you, and drink more water throughout the day so that you don't confuse hunger for thirst and vice versa. Tip number 4. Fill up on your red and green. If you're not following the 21-day fix and you don't know what red and green are, that's your protein and your veggies. So fill up your plate. If you're going to these parties, start out with your proteins and your veggies and use your yellows, which are your carbs, wisely. So pick your favorite things. Don't pick a carb that you just like. Pick the carbs that you love and have them in proper serving size portions. So I'm not a big fan of mashed potatoes. You can hate me for that, that's fine. But there are certain other carbs that I absolutely love. I do like my bread, and that's the Middle Eastern side coming out of me. And so I save my carbs for the things that I absolutely love, but I make sure I fill up first on the proteins and the veggies. And there are some really good veggies out there, guys. So fill up on that, and then save your carbs for the end. You can also save your carbs for dessert if you're a dessert person. I will tell you that since being pregnant, salty things are the things I crave. Usually, I don't really want dessert. When we were at Disney World, we had the package, and we could get an entree and a dessert and a drink, and I would always ask them if I could swap the dessert for an appetizer. So save it for what makes sense for you. Number 5, for this weekend specifically, I'm going to advise you to keep in mind the 80-20 rule. I don't want you to live in deprivation. I don't want you to miss out on some good times. I want you to enjoy your food and enjoy the time that you have with the people that you're with. 80-20 rule, I've shared it here before. It means that 80% of the time your nutrition is dialed in and on point, and then 20% it's okay if you veer off a little bit. So for me, I will never say I can't have this, but I do say I choose not to have this, right? So there are some things I'm going to say no to, but then there are some things that I'm going to be like, that's my 20% and I'm going to go for this and give it a shot and try it and enjoy it. So 80-20 rule is a big one. As long as you are consistent with what you are putting in your body and it's good and it's healthy and balanced for you, it's okay to splurge a little bit, and I don't think it's going to cost you a whole lot. What you do more consistently matters more than what you do once in a while. All right, tip number 6. Stay active. I think sometimes we make the mistake that like, okay, I just worked out for 30 minutes, now I'm gonna sit down all day long and not move. And you're actually undoing some of that work. So make sure that you just stay active. If it's a nice day where you are, go for a walk, play sports with kids if they're at the party, move. Don't just sit all day long. That's gonna get you feeling lethargic, maybe bored, and then you might eat more. All right. Tip number 7, focus on conversation and relationships with others more than you're focusing on food. When I struggled with binge eating disorder and just where my life was literally consumed by exercise and food, I would so often miss incredible opportunities to have conversations with the people I love and focus on them. And instead, the whole time I was like, oh, I don't want to eat that. I don't want to eat that. That's so bad for me. I need to stop. I need to not let myself do this. And I was so consumed by the food that I couldn't focus on the people. So shift your mindset. Focus on who's around you. Focus on who you want to talk to. And love on people. That's it. So focus on the gratitude attitude that we have this weekend as far as it's Memorial Day, and then focus on the people that you are spending time with. 8, I'm losing count now. Saying I can't eat this is more than likely going to make you want it more. So by changing your language and reframing that mindset and saying I actually choose not to have this, you feel more in control. And so I always teach the women in my groups, this isn't about deprivation. It's not about you feeling powerless and helpless and saying you can't, you can't, you can't, you can't. Because then you're just going to want it more and more and more and more, and then you're going to binge. If anything else, I want you to develop a desire to pump things into your body that your body actually needs, and that's going to help you feel better, feel more full, feel stronger, and then eventually it becomes your desire to choose the things that are going to fuel you properly. And so changing just your language from I can't to I choose not to is going to empower you. In addition, sometimes friends and family don't always understand our health and fitness journey, and they may want to pile all this stuff on your plate, and it's hard to say no. But I encourage you that in love, you share, something like, I'm going to pass on this one, but thank you so much. Maybe I'll take some to go, or whatever you want to say. But it's okay to put in that line with love and gentleness. Do not always feel like you have to eat because people are making you. That's something that you kind of develop over time. And then pay attention to condiments. This is kind of a sneaky calorie bomb. I usually love to use things like salsa, mustard, hummus, tabbouleh as things that I add. Sometimes I bring my own dishes to parties of things that I kind of know what's in there. But just pay attention, that's all. So if you're going to have dressings and all of that, just make sure that you're using a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of it. Don't overdo it. And sometimes vegetables and food have enough amazing flavor that you don't need all of that added stuff in there. The last tip that I have for you is just remember why you started. If you have now just committed, you know what, I need to get back in shape, I need to get stronger, I want to feel better, remember that. Remember your goals. For you to stay motivated, your goals have to be internal, and they have to go from motivation to dedication. It has to be a daily lifestyle and a daily decision. And so I want to just encourage you to remember the why. Okay, remember the why, and that why will often fuel you to keep up with your goal. And just so you guys know, your goals will change in seasons. So at first it was I want to be stronger. Now since being pregnant, my reasons for health and wellness have completely changed. It's about, like, I'm 4'10", I'm wicked short, so I'm literally always like, how am I going to carry my son when he's like 2 years old? Like, he's going to be half my size. And so I'm like focusing on upper body strength, back strength, so that I can carry him when he's bigger and like literally half of me. And I want to be able to play and not get winded. So my reason for wellness, my reason for why I eat the way I eat and why I do the things I do and all of that. There's multiple whys, and that's what drives me every day to get up, get moving, and eat properly, because I have been gifted with this body by the Lord, and for Him and to be a good steward of what I have, I want to make sure I treat my body properly and build it in strength. So those are my tips for you. I went a little bit over 10 minutes, but I just want to make sure that you have all of that. You may already be aware of all of it, but needless to say, I think sometimes the refresher is helpful. Feel free to share this video if you have any friends or family who could use the reminder, who could be encouraged by this reminder. And I pray that you have a fabulous Memorial Day weekend and a great quality time with your friends and your family. And again, if you have served our country, a huge thank you for your courage and your sacrifice. You will continue to be in our prayers daily. All right, guys, have a very happy Sunday, and feel free to ask any questions or comment below if you have any thoughts or any other tips I may have missed. I'm always learning too. All right, catch you later.